I don't think so.
I do.
No, 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 no.
No, I think so.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure.
No, 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 no.
Yep, I'm
it's
sure.
Never, ever, ever,
Nope,
ever,
it's
ever,
happening.
Ever gonna happen.
No, it happened. It really happened. I'm not kidding.
I don't think so.
Well, you're wrong.
No, 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 no.
Yep, you're wrong.
I don't think so. No, no,
You're
no,
wrong.
no.
Listen,
It's
because you know
never,
why? You know why?
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Biden goes full MAGA and supports Donald Trump. Biden saw Biden saw Kamala Harris get praised by Taylor Swift and says, you know what? I got to support the MAGA king. Full MAGA king puts on the hat for all to see. Not a joke, people. Not a joke. This is all real stuff. It's a real news show. I might have changed the title of this, but it's still all the same to me. He puts on the hat for all to see. You think it's just a joke. It's not a joke, see? Right? Just look at this.
She said,
Don't let it go to your head. Boys like you are a dime a dozen. Joe Biden goes full MAGA and supports. I can't believe this is happening. How could Joe Biden do this to his supporters? How could Joe Biden go full MAGA in support of the MAGA king, Donald Trump, in front of all his supporters after the full debate with Kamala Harris?
I'm gonna come.
This is not a joke, folks. This is right before, hey, look, here's the video before everyone on the left, anytime I post any clip that makes their side look bad, the immediate reaction I get from every single person is, that's AI. I'm pretty sure that's AI. 100% positive. Definitely AI. So here's the freaking video right here of Joe Biden doing exactly that. He loves it. Look at him. He's smiling. He knows. He knows what he's doing.
Joe Biden, you put it on. I knew you love MAGA.
I think it's just so funny to watch clips like this because you have politicians, you have presidents going from, Donald Trump is an existential threat to democracy. Donald Trump is literally the scariest man alive.
Emotional damage.
But also, when I put this hat on, it makes me feel like
You ain't black.
and that's what matters. I cannot believe he did this. But at the same time, he also said yesterday that he's doing 9/11.
The debate, and then tomorrow I'm doing 9/11. I spoke to the White.
What'd you say?
Tomorrow I'm doing 9/11.
Joe Biden does 9/11. He literally did 9/11. He isn't messing around. He did 9/11. What's up, Donnie? Donner. Shout out the Rumble chat. He did 9/11. Yesterday, he did 9/11. This morning, he did 9/11. Yesterday, he told us he was going to do 9/11. And then today, he does libtards 9/11 by putting on a MAGA hat. He does the libtard 9/11 for all to see. He did it. Papa says the only threat to democracy's ginger science fact maybe. Oh my God. He did the 9/11. How will libtards respond? Kamala says, Don't let it go to your head. MAGA isn't for beta males. MAGA isn't for beta males like you. Sorry. Beta male Joe Biden coming in hot. Put on the MAGA hat for all to see. Todd says, hey, Mr. Derek, your singing reminds me of many singing groups in the 80s. Devo. You know me. He's going to do 9/11. I still cannot get over this clip of him saying that.
Debate, and then tomorrow I'm doing 9/11.
Tomorrow I'm doing 9/11. Okay, but here is the whole context. Okay, leftists. Okay, libtards. Okay, Democrats. Okay, socially conscious libtards. Here is the full context of the clip. So don't say that I'm not about context. Don't say that I'm not about facts over truth, like Joe Biden has once said. Still, that's one of my favorite sayings that Joe Biden says. Facts over truth. Also this one.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
One of my favorites. But here's the context. So apparently Joe Biden's at this event, and he walks up to this guy that's obviously donning a MAGA hat. And he, being the gentleman he is, just kidding, JK.
I can't understand you.
Okay, you're right. He's absolutely psychotic. He puts on the hat. Watch this clip. He says, "Do you want my autograph?" And the guy says, "Hell no." Papa says, to be fair, 9/11 is a Secret Service code when he goes dookie in his diapers. I'm doing 9/11 right now, too. 2024, people are pooping in their pants. Okay, Papa, let's just be real. He says, "Do you want my autograph?" He says, "Hell no." Put it on. And then he succumbed to peer pressure. The crowd started chanting, "Put it on, put it on, put it on." Sound like this. Put it on, put it on, put it on, put it on, put it on. Joe Biden didn't know what to do. Joe Biden, fearing for his life around MAGA extremists, around the most scariest people that are a threat to democracy, and decides to put the hat on to show his support for MAGA King. We heard last night that Donald Trump says that Kamala Harris isn't even liked by Joe Biden. We found that out last night. These are all news. This is news to all of us. But we all wondered. And here he is, showing his support for the right side of history. You can tell right here that my man, his little security guard right here, he puts his hand out to be like, don't put that on, sir. Sir, I'm trying to be your handler right now. And Donald Trump's going to see this and go,
I'm going to come.
It's not going to be able to escape this. Can you imagine if he was still running for president right now? The media would not know what to do with this. They would just say Joe Biden's being a silly goose. Joe Biden is being just having fun with his friends. He dons the hat. He dons the Don's hat. I'm proud of you now. You know, every Democrat out there, particularly Kamala Harris, is like, oh, shoot. Biden, shoot. What the heck, Biden? What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Joe Biden? You old fart. He calls him an old fart. He keeps the hat. He keeps the hat. It's in your hand. He can't let it go. Once everyone gets their first MAGA hat, you're going to keep it forever. And here's the photographer that obviously got this picture. My man right here, snapping away, knowing his picture was going to be sold around the world.
Thank you. Very good. You cut the fried chicken. I hope you like it.
It's over. Oh, crap. Oh, no. I think we're getting a phone call from Joe Biden himself. He's calling in. He's pissed off that we actually got this clip. Hold on a second. Hey, Joe, what's up, man? I saw you just put on the MAGA hat.
Yeah, I did, man. That son of a gun got me, man. He told me to put the hat on and he was gonna give me $100.
Is that true, or did you just kind of put the hat on?
That's what I'm telling everyone, man.
Okay, well, You have been known to kind of lie about stories.
I've never lied about a story in my life, man. That corn pop thing is real. I don't care what anybody says about me. Why
are you cursing so much?
Well, I put on a MAGA hat and now I look like an idiot. Why did they make me do this stuff, man? Politics isn't for me. I'm getting too old for this, man. Just give me my library already. I'm ready to have a good time in it.
You actually don't hang out in the library, your own library. Idiot.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do it in my own library this time. And it's gonna be full of children's books.
It's actually like stuff about you, man. It's not about other people's.
Yeah, but my life is boring. I have to make up stories all the time like I'm a truck driver and I was grown up by a Puerto Rican family.
Yeah, I don't like that story. It's obviously a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie, but I don't care. Sometimes you just say these things. Donald Trump says it and we get mad, but when I say it, it's totally cool.
Okay. Obviously senile. Or he's finally realized he sees the light. Nobody would want that hat back. That is true. Everyone's like, I don't want that hat at all. Could never don that hat. Is it real? Is it fake? Will the left lose their mind about it? Yes. Will the story go away? Yes. but it should be shared everywhere. This is the real title. Biden dons a Trump hat and visit to Shanksville, Pennsylvania, fire station on 9/11 anniversary. He was raised by a Puerto Rican family politically. Oh, that's right. Thank you for fact checking me. Live fact checks. This guy does live fact checks. Oh yeah, there's a hurricane in Louisiana hitting right now. That place wasn't already worse off. I don't know what would make it worse, more worse. More worse? More worse off. More off worse. Papa says, even though I would totally sell that thing on eBay if I got it back. Oh yeah. I think that Donald Trump should try to buy that hat. You know, this is the hat Joe Biden donned. And then we could do scrub for DNA and see who really is behind the mask. What version of Joe Biden are we on right now?
You ain't black.
Yes, I am. That's a lie. I'm 100% black. Megyn Kelly rips a new one for Taylor Swift. Excuse the languages. She absolutely destroys Taylor Swift's livelihood. Listen to this.
I'm allowed to criticize Taylor Swift. And
no, you're not. Taylor Swift is totally bae. I can't tell if this video is like fabricated anger or real, but I love it. I love these kind of videos. Let's listen.
I'm allowed to criticize Taylor Swift.
Yes.
And I don't give a who gets upset. This is disgusting. If she wants...
You don't give a What the? Oh my gosh.
I'm allowed to criticize Taylor Swift. And I don't give a who gets upset. This is disgusting.
Yes.
If she wants to vote Harris Walsh, she can do...
I love these videos. I want to do one too. I'm allowed to criticize Taylor Swift. If she wants to push up Kamala Harris like every other candidate she's ever pushed up, then I'm going to punch her in the face when I see her in public. Can't wait.
I'm allowed to criticize Taylor Swift. And I don't give a who gets upset. This is disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
If she wants to vote Harris Walsh, she can do it all she wants. But to say the reason she's doing it is because of Tim Walz's stance on LGBTQ.
Of course it is. Taylor Swift. Don't mess with Megyn Kelly. She will end you. Megyn. Okay, wait.
Because of Tim Walz's stance on LGBTQ, F you, Taylor Swift. And F all of the people who want to see these children have body parts chopped off and watch them sterilized under the age of consent, and then will ride off to their multi-gazillion dollar mansions, never to think of them again.
I like this kind of Megyn Kelly. She is very angry. I feel like I'm getting yelled at. You. I agree with her, though. I totally agree with her. I mean, but of course, I mean, Taylor Swift is so cringe. She is literally a grifter. This is 100% her thing. She feels like she has to say this. She feels like she is like the poster child to the LGBTQ plus, AI plus, 2A spirit community. It's truly who she is. Papa says, I love that song that Taylor Swift did about how she broke up with a dude and now she's all sad about it. Yeah, me too. Can't wait for the stuff that Travis Kelce comes out. We're all in support of it. I honestly think this is all fabricated anger, but I love it. I love it.
I'm allowed to criticize Taylor Swift.
No, you're not. I'm allowed to. I'm going to say something that's really going to be on point with every one of my followers and how they believe. I'm going to go on a limb here and say Taylor Swift sucks. Suck it. If I lose followers over this, I don't care.
I'm allowed to criticize.
It's just like every celebrity feels like they have to endorse a Democrat. That's just who they are. They're just in lockstep, step. Jeez. In lockstep with their base and the people that pay them.
Criticize Taylor Swift. And I don't give a who gets upset. This is disgusting. If she wants to vote Harris Walz, she can do it all she wants. But to say the reason she's doing it is because of Tim Walz's stance on LGBTQ, F you, Taylor Swift.
You know what's so funny about this? This is like coming to my mind as I keep watching this. I apologize that we've watched this 100 times. This is white women outrage for Taylor Swift supporting Kamala Harris. You were a hero of mine. You were a hero. And now you're going around doing these things? I'm just supposed to like be okay with it? Taylor, I listen to your music every day in my car. I will never, ever, ever get back together. What's wrong with you, Taylor? You were an idol. You used to do country and now you do crappy punk rock. And I don't like that. Celebrity endorsements are about as useful as a ginger at a salad bar. What does that even mean, Papa? What does that even mean? But also screw Taylor Swift. Screw any. She's not as bad as Mark Ruffalo. He's one of the worst to listen to. God, whenever he starts getting all political, he just like is so obnoxious. If you ever want to just watch a lame video of a celebrity get mad, just type in Mark Ruffalo and just watch him start crying about stuff. It's just so cringe. It's so ridiculous. But of course she's endorsing Kamala Harris. Taylor Swift is an idiot. All these celebrities are stupid. They're not good people. They're rich people that live in gated communities that feel like in order to be liked, they have to talk about how they're super pro-Democrat. It's like, it's always the ones that are quiet that I just assume are conservative or right-wing. You know, it's just like, I am using my platform to push a narrative that says we support Tim Walz. And that's why I love like the Swifties for Donald Trump. So funny. So funny. Papa says, fun fact, 40% of Americans are forced to listen to Taylor Swift because of her employment. Yeah, exactly. Derek, have you ever seen yourself at a salad bar? I have. You have never seen me at a salad bar. That's a lie. Except for, what's that? Tomatoes? Rotten Tomatoes. You guys ever go there? Dude, I used to love Rotten Tomatoes as a kid. All you can eat salad. You could put beans in your salad. You could make the salad like this high, put all the dressing you want on that salad, and just go to town. You knew it was full of, bacteria and E. coli, but you did it anyways because you like to party. And I love partying. We're big partiers here. All right, we need to check on the Venezuelans. We need to check on what's going on in Venezuela. But first, let's get another reminder of this.
She said, don't let it go to your head. Boys like you are a dime a dozen.
Short. Okay. I'm going to start saying that now. Anytime I make it short, I'm going to say short. Jake M says, Megan's mouth looks purty in the sun. In the sun? You mean on her podcast with the super soft filter? Holy. Oh. Dude, look at that thing. Hold on. Spit on that thing. Look at that. Okay, wait. Please don't clip that up. God, why do I do that? Why did I do that? I hate myself for that. It was before sneeze guards. We knew how to live back then. That was true. God, look at that thing. I feel like she's singing Take It Back Sunday.
Boys like you are a dime a dozen, she said.
Okay. Boys like you are a dime a dozen, she said. Let's check on the Venezuelan migrant situation in Aurora, Colorado, which we've gone back and forth from. Is it real? Is it true? Is it true? Is it fake? Is it fake? Is it true? From Denver's own mayor saying we don't have to worry about it. And then more and more videos come out. And this video just came out of another complex being taken over by Venezuelan migrants. And then we have a live interview with the Aurora mayor. Watch this video first to see what's going on in these apartment complexes. So just a couple of nice guys. He looks at the door and then he decides, I'm going to kick it in. And then he opens a door, which is clearly somebody else's home. And you just have a nice people here, but it's not just men. Look, it's a child. Look, the child is learning what it's like to break into people's houses. Look, that's good parenting. It's real good parenting. I trust the Venezuelans. They're great people. Just coming in, enjoying everything that's going on. Let's put some music to it. Okay, now this changes the whole video. Coming in, boom, kicks it open. Welcome to Aurora, Colorado, where you can get a apartment complex if you want. Bring your family down, and we'll break a door for you, and you can move right in. Hola, Vegas. Híjala. ¿Qué pasó? Look, it's just good people looking for jobs. Good people looking for jobs. These are good people because they were forced to have that apartment. These are apartment hunters. These are people looking for a good price on an apartment. So let's check in. The kid has to pee. Yeah, exactly. The kid has to pee. He's just like, can I pee? And then they kick on the door. So let's check in with the Venezuelan migrant situation with the Aurora mayor. Break it down for us.
Aurora, Colorado. Mayor, thank you very much for coming on with us.
You're welcome.
It seems it's tough to even get some confirmation of the details of what is going on there. First off, can you confirm whether or not this gang has taken over these buildings there in Aurora?
Confirm it for us.
So there are several buildings actually under the same ownership, out-of-state ownership, that have fallen to these Venezuelan gangs. I'm trying to walk it back and do the.
They have fallen into. Did you just say fallen into? What does that even mean? I want to be politically correct here. They were walking and they fell into the apartment. Don't be such a freaking bigot. I'm tired of all these bigots not realizing that people just fall into apartments. Cut the music back on. Wait. We're falling into apartments all the time. Here's me falling into this apartment. Oops, I fell in. Sorry. Your apartment is totally my apartment now. We totally fell into it. God. Papa says, fun fact, Derek is making fun of the sacred Venezuelan tradition of stop being racism. Thank you. I am. As somebody who's step Native American, Black, Mexican, I can say those things. So take it up with my lawyers, which I don't have.
Do the investigation as to how there's a concentration of Venezuelans in these three buildings. Somebody put them there, and somebody funded it.
Somebody put them there. That's right. Somebody just like came over and put them in. Oh, God. I just love this. I'm learning so much about new language and how to appropriately talk about Venezuelans kicking in doors and bringing in firearms to open the doors. That's a gun. Isn't that nice?
Whether it's federal government or not, we're trying to find out who these gangs apparently are attracted to where there's a concentration of Venezuelan migrants. And so they've in fact have kind of pushed out the property management through intimidation and then collected the rents. We were told that was all a lie. According to leftist TikTok, that was all a lie.
So this is why I'm hesitant to say that Haitians eating people's pets is not existent and not true, because I don't trust it, because we were told at the beginning that the whole migrant thing in Aurora, Colorado was all a right-wing conspiracy because they're all racist. God.
Have now or have had, it is ongoing operations with a task force of local law enforcement, state law enforcement partners, and federal law enforcement partners to root them out. And arrests have been made, but these operations are still ongoing.
Can you hear his voice? He is so nervous to talk about this. He is like freaking out saying these things. Marcia says the guy on the phone is the American supervisor, probably. He's like, no habla inglés? It's no problem. I speak it.
With the arrests that have been made, are these confirmed gang-affiliated members?
You know, this is an organized criminal effort, whether it's Tren de Aragua.
Yeah, we're not totally sure. We're trying to figure it out. Who are these people? What do they want?
That remains to be seen, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, if they're Venezuelan migrants and they're conducting crime in an organized manner, they're a problem.
So you're able to confirm that this Venezuelan gang has indeed taken over at least some of the buildings. You're saying at least 2 of the 3. And what I just heard from you is you don't know how they ended up there. And you even made a suggestion.
I'll help you. They illegally crossed the border, and then Joe Biden and the administration gave them passes all the way to Denver, which they were given stipends to live and probably a free place to stay while they organized themselves and came together and probably bought illegal firearms or, brought them across the border illegally. And now they have a home base. You're welcome. I figured it out for you. We're just figuring these things out. It's really hard to do. It's hard to do. It's so hard to figure out these things. Sometimes you have to put your 2 brain cells together and then you think about them together. God, I just can't with these people, man. I hate how like PC has like just allowed these criminals, these psychopaths to take over people's homes. And then like people like this mayor are so worried about saying wrong think that they're not telling you the truth. They're so worried about being canceled that he's like, I'm not totally sure. Still figuring this whole thing out.
That they could have been sent there by federal officials. I heard you suggest.
Well,
I mean, do you have any reason to believe that to be the case?
What?
So here's the problem. I think we're a victim of a failed policy at the southern border because what you have, Venezuelan does not according to my law enforcement, Venezuela does not cooperate with the United States in sharing criminal histories. You've had a third of the country leave. You've had these massive waves of migrants coming across the border that many of them crossed the border illegally, were arrested, asked for political asylum, were not adequately vetted, were released into the country. The city of Aurora, we did everything we could to quite frankly keep them out of the city because it's not our problem. This is a federal problem. This is a problem borne by the federal government.
Yeah, but what do you think the federal government's going to do? He's going to release them to the city.
But what we're trying to find out and what I believe occurred was
Marcia says they're cleaning up empty apartments the residents ditched. Exactly. They're just doing jobs Americans won't do.
That federal agencies worked with some of our local nonprofits and put them there. Now, most of these people are very good people.
Yeah, I have to say that. Let me put out a little disclaimer. Most of these people kicking in doors are actually pretty good people. And I wonder if he would say that like this family right here is also good people, just great people, misunderstood.
But there's a criminal element that, from what I understand, what law enforcement is briefing me, that often follows them, intends to exploit them within their own migrant community. And so,
God, yeah, it's like an existential crisis. They exploit them, they take over their own bodies, and they leave them with no choice but to commit crimes. That rhetoric is just so devoid of personal responsibility whatsoever. It's the same thing the government does, you know? They open the border, they allow everyone to come in, and then when crimes start happening and you start crying wolf, you start crying, hey, my community's being taken over. Hey, we used to be a city or a town of 20,000 people. Now there's 60,000 Haitians. Things are changing. I don't like this. Why did you do this to me? They go, hey, you're being racist. You're not allowed to say these things. And if you wake up to Islamic prayer calls in the morning, that's your fault. This is something you need to be okay with. Again, I cannot emphasize this enough. There are so many news outlets on the left and prominent personalities on the left that tried to make this story to be absolutely false and did everything they can to make it seem like it was a right-wing conspiracy. And so call me crazy if I don't give the media or politicians or mayors or city officials the benefit of the doubt for any of these stories. I hold out and wait for more information. I would never say that the Haitians are actually eating people's cats because we don't have confirmed on that. But then you have residents saying that that is the case. And so you have residents saying that that is the case, but you don't have city officials saying that it is. Much like this story with the Aurora story. I mean, there was a woman being interviewed about these apartments months ago. And everyone was like, who cares? Don't care. And off the top of my head, I believe it was last year as well, August 2023. I believe there was a story about one apartment complex that had this. And then you saw the video of the woman with the Ring camera putting it out there. So, the media does everything they can to squash stories. Politicians do everything they can to squash stories, especially in an election year. because they are more worried about you continuing to vote for them and for them to stay in power than for you to feel safe in your own community. That's why we make fun of these. That's why we laugh. That's why we, instead of going crazy, we tend to mock these people, because you can't take these people seriously. If you do that, then you give them the benefit of the doubt. And I think they're evil. I think they purposely don't tell you things. Call me crazy. I'm not totally sure. Maybe I am crazy. Cut the music on. Marcia says Kamala is probably redoing her stepson's bedroom to rent out. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Let's get a little mouth cleanser, huh? Let's get a mouth cleanser. Something that's for fun. Okay. Last night during the debate, Kamala Harris said she's not coming to take away people's guns. And she said, in fact, I am a gun owner myself, which I thought, prove it. What gun do you have? What do you carry? I don't freaking believe you at all. So maybe Donald Trump isn't so crazy. Maybe Donald Trump doesn't make up every story like you pretend that he does. So here's a video of Kamala Harris saying pretty much exactly that. Here we go.
This business about taking everyone's guns away. Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away. So stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
I support buybacks, and it's something I'm so passionate about and so looking forward to being president to address. We've got to deal with this.
How mandatory is your gun buyback program?
It's mandatory.
Oh. It's a mandatory buyback. That's called gun confiscation. It's mandatory, but we'll buy it back from you. Look, we're not just gonna steal your gun. We're gonna mandatory take it away from you. Again, don't listen to politicians, especially in election years. Fact check them. Look up old stuff. Make sure what they're saying is honest and true. Because nobody lies better than a woman. A Democratic candidate that is running for president who has nothing to stand on but herself. She constantly changes her opinion. She constantly changes the way she believes stuff. She's a liar, and she's a good liar. But she is purposely trying to mock you and call you weird because you call her out on her BS. What are your thoughts? She says that she says things that aren't even being recorded. Says Violet. Yeah, exactly. She's probably bagged a tank from Afghanistan, 100%. All right, guys, I've had fun tonight. I'm going to a church event. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. I'll see you guys live in the morning. I have a story already queued up. I'm just creating the narrative for myself to see what I'm going to go with. Hopefully it's going to be good. I hope you guys are enjoying my morning show. The show's starting to pick up. We're getting more views. We're getting more reach out there. If you don't mind sharing this video, if you don't mind dropping a like, I would greatly appreciate it. I would humbly thank you for that. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for spamming my chat. It helps me out. Rumble, shout out to Rumble, shout out to X, shout out to YouTube, Marcia, Violet, Jake M, Donner, Papa. Thank you for getting in the chat. You guys are the most amazing people on earth. I will see you guys later.